Rhys Davies is back on the European Tour for the first time in almost 4 years. The Welshman made a big impact in his first stint on tour, winning the Trophy Hassan II in Morocco in his rookie season and following up with a strong second year as well. He lost his card at the end of 2012 but regained it after winning twice on Europe's second-tier Challenge Tour last year.
To be honest, in a weird way, I never felt like I left, simply because I try and approach every tournament the same, no matter whether it's one of the biggest majors in the world or whether it's something on a smaller tour. So to me, nothing much is different. Obviously the standard of competition goes up, I guess, and certainly the quality of golf courses are improved, but in terms of my mindset and what I'm trying to achieve, nothing much changes, to be honest.
Rhys had a top amateur career. He was ranked second in the amateur world rankings and played in 2 Walker Cups. In 2007, competing against and beating some future world stars of the game.
I remember thinking that particular Walker Cup, the teams seemed very strong on both sides. And I think if you look at results from both sides since then, it would prove that's the case. Particularly the Americans, I guess, seem to be, some of the guys have been extremely successful. So, well, look back on it, it was, I don't want to say it was the norm, but you were competing against some of the best amateur guys, and so to come out on top was, for me personally, was obviously a great achievement. Comparing that to today, I've had some success in my pro career, perhaps not as much as obviously those guys, but you're all, everybody's working hard, everyone's trying to get to the next level, and that's all I'm focusing on at the moment.
After his wonderful start in the professional ranks, which even had Rhys mentioned as a potential Ryder Cup player, he lost his card in 2012 and failed to regain it at the qualifying school. Dark and difficult days for the young Welshman.
If I'm honest, I thought initially it was very frustrating because I initially lost my card, I felt, on a bit of a technicality based on a rule change of the European Tour. So from that side of things, I thought it was very frustrating and very hard to accept at times. From a golfing sense, I know for a fact that year my short game wasn't up to the standard as it was previously. But at the same time, that's probably about the only time in my career where I haven't had a very good short game. So it obviously showed where my strengths are in my game and where my weaknesses were, in the sense that when I had a good short game, I competed well, and when I had one off year, if you like, I didn't. I've just slowly but surely tried to work my way forwards and work my way up. And particularly the start of last season, I really sort of drew a line under things and started again. If you like, almost started my second career to some extent. And I've been progressing nicely since the start of just over a year ago, but in January of last year. So if I can keep that progression going, I think I can hopefully achieve some really good things.
It was that change that brought him success in 2015, and the 2 Challenge Tour wins, first at the Turkish Airlines Challenge and then after a first round 60 at the Challenge de España. Special moments shared with his wife Deidre, who was on the bag.
She caddied for me twice the previous season. Again, we just tried it. It wasn't really any thought behind it, and got on quite well and quite enjoyed it. Both of us enjoyed it. And then last season at the start, I did 1 week on my own, I think, and then Deidre came to Turkey with me, and we thought we'd give it a go, and I ended up winning that tournament. So it was obviously immediate success, and we just enjoyed, I guess, being on the golf course together. She was always great, she's always positive. We talked sometimes, we didn't talk other times, and just really enjoyed having her around on a more regular basis. If I'm honest, it's something I probably didn't ever feel like I would want to do or would work. I always try to, if you like, keep golf and personal life, if you like, separate, but I don't know, we just tried it and it worked. We really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much, and I didn't think Deidre would either. So in that sense, it was just a surprise, but a win-win.
Back on the European Tour in 2016, Rhys has shown some encouraging signs in the early stages of the season, but hopes for a bit more consistency as he tries to rekindle his winning ways and re-establish himself among the world's elite.
It's quite a strange feeling for me in a sense, because in some ways I feel like a first-year rookie, and in other ways I feel like I've been here the whole time. Because obviously, compared to most guys who have come off the Challenge Tour, it's not my first year. I've had quite a lot of experience, good and bad, throughout my career. So I just want to compete, to be honest. I really enjoy competing. I want to have a chance where I can contend and try and win a tournament. I really believe that's pretty much all that matters in golf. You can get caught up in all the other stuff, but primarily winning tournaments is what matters and what counts. And that's what I want to do. I believe that's what I'm capable of doing, and so that's all the time what I'm working towards.